Hi, my name is Brittany Mendoza. I'm in BRE 100 in Real Estate Principles. Today I'm going to be summarizing what I learned today and what I thought was important. There are four concepts and there are different types of lines. Secondly, the filing time. Thirdly, preliminary notice. And lastly, homesteading your residence. The first thing I learned was what is lines and the different types of lines. A line is a document that uses a property to secure the payment of a debt or to discharge an obligation. I also learned that lines are either voluntary or involuntary, specific and general lines. Voluntary lines is the money debts that an owner agrees to pay. Involuntary lines is the money obligations that create a burden on a property by government taxes or legal actions because of an unpaid bill. Specific lines are the lines against just one property. General lines on all the properties of the owner, not just one. The second concept that I learned was the filing time. The concept is very important because the rights of a person filing a mechanic line are valid for one short period of time. The mechanic line can be filed later than it wouldn't be automatic line, and it'll be against the real property. The mechanic line may be filed after the preliminary notice and until the 30 days after the completion for a supplier or a subcontractor, and 60 days after the completion for a general contractor. The third concept I learned is preliminary notice. Preliminary notice is a written notice that must be given before filing a mechanic line within the 20 days of supplying a labor and services. The notice must be given to a person, to the owner, general contractor, and the lender. I learned that the notice must contain a general description of labor or materials that was furnished, who supplied them, and the person who contracted for the services. If they fail to do so, not give the preliminary notice within the 20 days, that will not restrict the supplier's right to file. That just means that maybe they had allowed the other claimants to file before he or she did, which means the claimants are a priority. I learned a lot in this chapter, and there was a lot of things that I didn't know, but I will go reread everything and write everything down that will help me remember all these key terms and things I should know for the exam. And another thing that I didn't know and I learned from was that a homestead is not an encumbrance, and that it is a provision of California law that gives the homeowners the ability to protect their homes when being forced to sell from being in debt or within the certain limits. I thought that was also something very important to know. And thank you guys.